Hello everybody and welcome to Fire Force Season 2 Episode 6 Anime Review. This episode we finished up what we were doing currently. I guess we finished up the Inca arc, I guess. Would have been a lot more impactful if they hadn't spoiled it last week. I mean, there was still a big what the hell are you doing moment, we'll get to that. And then we spent the rest of the time basically faffing about preparing for the next arc, I guess, which I guess they're going to go to China or something. That seems like it's going to be quite interesting. Anyway, let's get on with the episode, see where everything happened and how it all happened and all that. Let's do this. We pick up where we left off last week. All the fights still happening. You got Homea and Arthur. You got Shinra and Charon, basically. Homea's had enough. She says, alright, fires are out. We need to skedaddle. Grab her and let's go. So that's what they're going to do. Shinra tells Inca that, hey, if you use your power, you can escape. However, Inca, I don't know if she has the wrong idea about her power. Basically, she thinks her power is sort of to see the future. Because the lines only appear sometimes. So because they're not appearing now, that means there's no future where she escapes to go with Shinra. She's going with them regardless and everything. So that's a weird thing. She knows if she goes with Shinra, that's a life of safety, which is boring. She chooses basically to go with the White Clad because that's far more dangerous. And I'm like, okay, Inca, you're being a bit silly now. Go with the good guys. But no, she's not. She's going with the bad guys, and that's basically what happens. Shinra gets all mad because basically she's throwing her life away, sort of. When other people died in this fire, like, you know, and they didn't want to die. So she's got the chance to be saved and she's not taking it. She doesn't particularly care about that though. She's a very me person. Shinra loses his rag, we'll say. He punches some dude and he's not asking no more. Charon punches him though to knock him to the side. And then Shinra, very uncharacteristic of him, he says, screw saving. He's like, I'm going to kill you. And it's like, whoa, Shinra. Whoa, you know? That's not the type of thing a hero would say. What are you doing losing your temper like that? And then she's like, yeah, that's better. I'd rather you try and kill me than try and save me. And it's like, Inca, you're messed up, girl. You're so messed up. And then when he is lying there, hopefully as uncomfortable as he possibly can be, he's thinking, hey, maybe Sho also doesn't want to leave the White Cloud. Am I just forcing my ideals onto him, I guess? It's an interesting theory, except Sho's been like pretty much brainwashed, so I think you're good, Shinra. I don't think you gotta worry about that. Just my opinion. Charon and Inca meet back up with Homea in some alley, and that's good. Inca's friends show up, the one that didn't die already. He shows up with a gun. Basically, he's come to try and save Inca too. He's like, you let her go, damn it, and he's shaking and everything. Charon's about to knock his socks off. However, Inca sees the line, and because she sees the line, she thinks, well, I've got no choice then. Which isn't how choices work, Inca, just going to point that out. And so, yeah, then she does the line and incinerates her friend and burns him alive to death. I said alive, he was alive and now he's not. And then she laughs as she's doing it, and then the three of them leave. And it's just like, ooh. Also, when she was doing it, it flashed like her in the White Clad outfit. So I'm like, okay, so they're just trying to make us hate her now. Got it. And congratulations, yeah. That guy just wanted to help. Like, he's not a saint, but he was your friend, Inca. He betrayed your friend. It's sort of like the opposite of a redemption arc, you know? Like, where they redeem themselves. It's like, she was alright, and now she's gone off the deep end and is an evil bastard now. Which, you know, can't say that's a good career move, Inca. It wouldn't look very good on your CV. But, you do you, I guess. Everyone in the Fire Force is regrouping. Shinra tells Captain Obi, basically, I suck, I couldn't get the job done, which feels bad for him. Arthur relays, you know, that there are eight pillars he found out, so Arthur learned something at least. And then Shinra says, we just don't know enough. We don't know enough about anything. And it means we're going to do some investigating. Oh yes, boys. Investigation, that sounds like fun. I was going to say hopefully it's quick, but the way in which they're investigating seems like it might be quite interesting. We'll get to that when we get there. As they are about to leave, all the townspeople they saved show up. Thank them for saving the town, which is all good and everything. Shinra is pleased by the thanks, but he's still thinking a little bit about all the people he couldn't save, so which wasn't a lot. I say wasn't a lot. You can't really say that because they had families, those people, you know. And then later on, he's in the car. He's just having a think. He's like, even without the evangelist, could I have saved Inca, like truly and completely? And the answer is no, because she didn't want to be saved. She enjoys the danger. You can't be a hero for someone who doesn't want to be saved. I feel like that was a message in another show somewhat recently, but I can't remember what it was. So there's that. But yeah, they're about to go. Let's get to the prep bit. I'm probably going to speed kind of fast past that because, boy, it was a whole lot of nothing really, wasn't it? Yeah, it was. Basically, we go through the companies and all of them thinking about what they're going to do next. First, they're already helping enough with Kareem and Tamaki, and they're like, we can't help anymore. That'd be ridiculous. And it's like, all right, guys, come on, you could. Second is sending someone to help. I believe it was Juggernaut because he's near the area where they're going, or something more explained later. And then we get the Sisters of the Eighth bathing. I think they're like purifying themselves, but really they're bathing. It's just an excuse for, well, Vulcan walks into Tamaki and knocks her bathrobe off, and to be honest, I'm doing that face where I'm like, I'm not amused, but this was probably the best Tamaki fan service scene. Like, I'm not even joshing, because it wasn't in the middle of a serious fight. It was sort of what you'd where it should be, you know. I think I was all right with this. Just don't do it in the fights. It's dumb. I don't like that. But this was okay. If you want to do it here. You know, that's fine. Victor is grabbing his stuff while talking to Joker. I think we did see already in season 1 that they were working together, but I can't actually remember. But yeah, there's that too. He says Joker should have joined the fire company at one point, but then he's like, oh, you know, who knows? Something like that. So I don't really know what's going on with Joker. Like, I thought he was the villain, but then he wasn't the villain. I think he's a good guy though, actually. Pretty confusing. He's definitely anti-evangelist. That's where I'm with Joker. Probably gonna learn more about him at some point. It's in the intro, so that's a good sign. Hibana also gave them some info as well for it. Basically, up next, joint operation, I guess, to find out more about Dollar Bursts and the Great Cataclysm, however many years ago that was, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. Who's going from the 8th? Shinra, Arthur, Victor, Tamaki. Really, when Tamaki showed up, I was like, oh, not Tamaki. Because if she's there, that means they're going to do stupid fan stuff. I don't hate her as a character. If you take that trait away, she still doesn't do much, but she's a lot more tolerable, you know? So hopefully they do. Hopefully, because she's one of a few characters, they won't ram that down our throats and give her more to do. I'm really hoping, guys. Like, I'm begging here. Like, come on. What this is, they're, as I said, investigating the Great Cataclysm, and it's called Operation Chinese Landing. So I guess it's where China used to be. I did enjoy the bit where they showed the map. Like, here's the regular map, and here's the map after the Great Cataclysm. Everything's just broken. Like, literally every country is just like, oh, a lot of it's missing now. So, yeah, I guess they're going to investigate what used to be China. It'd be weird if they weren't, because it's China in the name. That'd be kind of weird. So hopefully that goes well, I guess. They're going to get in a boat. And boats are good. Everyone's really excited to get in a boat. The group of people, I think, are all people we've seen before. Like, we had the black guy, whose name I can't remember, from the third. I mean, he was in the training bit, like the school. The fourth, third. What is he? I don't remember. We have Juggernaut from the second. He's there because he was from that area nearby anyway. We had the whistle guy from the fourth. Like, see, this is me not remembering where people are from. He was there, and then obviously the main 8-4. So yeah, you know, that's the group. We do know them, even though if I can't remember their names. Then when Juggernaut talks about potatoes, and boy, does he talk about potatoes a lot. I guess the man loves his potatoes, can't really complain about that. And then the whistle guy basically tells them to stop loitering in the hallway talking about potatoes. You're blocking the hall for everyone else. They go and, you know, go up. They do the old where they're leaning over the balcony and the ship sets sail. They're like, oh, new adventure, hooray! And they see a undersea volcano, which I guess they say was spawned by the Great Cataclysm. So that's how volcanoes are made, kids. Just so you know, it's got nothing to do with the plates rubbing against each other. I can't remember exactly how volcanoes are made. It's been forever since I took a geography class. It was probably 5 years ago now, and that's far too much time for my puny brain to remember that. And then they like basically reaffirm that like, we're gonna find out what happened in the Great Cataclysm 200 whatever years ago. So that's where we are now. We're heading to a new adventure. Da-da, ba-da-da. That was bloody Yu-Gi-Oh! GX, not what I was going for. But anyway, yeah, that's where the crew's going. I hope we get some sort of sea fight. Like, they get attacked while at sea, but I don't know how that would work, because there's no weird creatures. Because I want them to fight on the boat. Sea fights are interesting, and I'd like to see what they could do with the fire powers, but there's water and everything. I don't think that's going to happen though. I wouldn't be surprised if we literally just next week, boom, we're there, cut to the port. I hope they do a little bit more on the boat though, because boats are cool. Is that weird? I think that boats are a cool mode of transport, and they shouldn't be underestimated. Nice boat. Anyway, let's get to what was my favourite part of the episode. So this one was not too difficult because the second half, as I said, was mostly set up for the new arc, which, is necessary and fine, but it's not exactly making you excited, is it? No, the bit that's my favourite, and I use that like that, is just Inca being Inca and incinerating her friend, because, what's that about? It shows that she's actually proper evil now, which she kind of needed, because I didn't get any really evil vibes from her. She was more of a renegade than actual evil. But that was pretty heartless and evil. You can't just burn a guy alive and get away with it. But yeah, that was my favourite part. This episode itself, I've actually I've said before, I've enjoyed Fire Force Season 2, perhaps against my best interest, because I didn't like Season 1 at all. But no, I'm enjoying this season a lot more. Inca, she's not going to show up too much, I don't think, because now she's with the White Cloud. She'll probably show up at some point later on and be like, I'm evil now, and she'll have the white robe on. And Shinra will be like, I could have saved you! And then they'll have a heart-to-heart. Maybe she'll end up betraying the White Cloud at some point because she's not really on board with their ideals. She just wants the danger. So maybe Shinra will be like, wait, we get into danger all the time. Maybe he'll learn how to talk to her in order to bring her around. Who knows? But the new adventure stuff, I remember seeing in trailers it's very deserty. So there's that to look forward to, I guess. Desert. Yeah, I think I'm excited for it. I'm excited for it at all. It's weird to think. It feels like we're further than we are, but really not a lot's happened, if that makes any sense whatsoever. But I'm enjoying it, and that's it's doing its job then. Anyway, thank you everybody for watching this review. I hope you enjoyed this. I will see you next week for another episode of this. Take care, and bye guys.